Hello everyone, Martin here, back with another Legacy video. It's been a while. I've got a nice Doomsday list I'm gonna try out today. Um, Recently got back into playing Legacy or just Magic in general, and I've been goofing around with some different takes on something looking like this list. At one point, I had like two caverns and four shoulders in the sideboard, kind of like that, but then really felt like I kind of wanted the old Emrakul Shelldock again, in the face of what I expect to be like more like blue-white X control decks. Now, if those have end up being like I ran into a band deck that was like that, but had Wastelands, which was then you kind of don't really feel like Shelldock, but yeah, we'll see. Tested out two Oracles in the main deck. Felt fine. But I always feel like, whenever you have Oracle Force and you have a second Oracle, that feels good, but then you kind of have to think like, wait, is this the Oracle that was always there, or could this have been like another card that might have been more of a utility? But I don't know. Uh, I don't think two is needed. I could be wrong, but that's just where I am right now, and I kind of wanted Relic to double on as Graveyard Hate versus Reanimator and stuff, but also as a way to kind of beat stuff like Endurance, which means I think there's less of a need for a double, like to make double Oracle piles. So yeah, let's jump into a league. All right, on the draw with a perfectly good hand. Need some mana or a ritual. A bit heavy on disruption, but we have Doomsday. Okay, Mark's Diamond deck. Not gonna force a full Mark's Diamond. There's Maze of Ith. I will force of will a Chalice of the Void. And I will actually force of will this because I don't think I could be wrong, like if they could untap and do like a Knight of the Reliquary, but if we're fortunate, we that won't like matter that much. Oh, this is tough. If they have Wasteland, if I fetch Underground Sea and Thoughtseize here, and they have Wasteland, it's like really bad. But if I don't, and then they untap and do night stuff, then I'm really under pressure. So I'm gonna hope they don't have Wasteland, or that I draw another land. They don't have Wasteland. What's this? Oh, it's that one that can like one-shot you if they go -5. Deals damage equal to the number of cards the player owns in exile. Like if you do Doomsday pass the turn. Okay. Feel pretty good about that force on the Bob. So they have like a Bajuga Bog and a Prismatic Ending, which is almost like doesn't have text against this. Let's see them draw the Wasteland. Okay, they didn't. Bajuga Bog. Okay, let's rip something good here. Not Personal Tutor. Yikes. Okay. So, you could argue that we could Personal Tutor for like a Ponder. I actually don't hate that. I'm going to put back Duress because I don't really think I'm going to be wanting to Duress anything. Like, anything I can Duress, they are going to cast on their turn, I think. So I'm going to get a Ponder here. And that way we keep like some good cards, but it's kind of bad going down on cards like that, but yeah, I don't hate it. Kind of gives away we have Doomsday. Uh-oh. 2 black. Ugh. Oh, okay. Well, we can't do anything about that, and now we're drawing a dead card, which is kind of bad. So So this is aggro loam, I guess. Let's hope we can get. I don't know. Like they could go green sun for 4 or for 3, and we could daze that. Okay, guess not. So their hand is just the prismatic ending. Come on, Cabal Ritual. Nope. Okay. So, what did you draw? What did you draw? So if they have Wasteland, we can do something kind of cool. Okay. Hang out, Gragas. We can, if they have Wasteland and they waste the Underground Sea, we can tap it, cast Brainstorm, and in response to their Chalice trigger, we can daze the Brainstorm. So, well, I'm definitely doing that now if they end up having a Wasteland. Okay, so they aren't really drawing anything too hot here. Come on, land. Oh, Petal. Petal gets us there. So I would assume a deck like that plays Endurance. Okay, so how do we beat Chalice on 2? We have to put in Cavern of Souls because if they are sandbagging another Chalice, 1, 2, 3, I guess they would have made it on 3. They have enough mana, but if they draw Chalice now, then it's kind of like terrible for us because they make it on 2. When we want the Oracle. So we have to decide if we want to win fast, and by fast I mean like pass twice, or but then not be able to play around an endurance, or if we want to go slow and draw a force of will, which would mean passing 3 times. They obviously don't have a creature unless it is actually endurance, in which case they probably will sandbag it. So they have the prismatic ending. But like, let's say we build the pile that passes 3 times, and we pass once, and then they untap right now and play Knight of the Reliquary, for instance, or another threat that's really bad. So I think we probably need to go like this. This takes us down to 8, and Street Wraith takes us down to 6. So we have 6 life. Let's put Cavern on the bottom and then Thassa on top. Not on top, but on top of the Cavern, I mean. Just in case we want to go fast. Imagine if they didn't have the Chalice, huh? We would have been pretty live. There's a Wasteland. So do we want to do the thing I said? Probably not. Because, I mean, that puts both Brainstorm and Daze in our graveyard, which might matter in the face of Endurance, though I don't know. Okay. Red mana, green mana, black mana. Fable, okay. Fable is good. Okay, the good news is now we know they can't Endurance because they don't have the mana to cast it. And we know still that one of their 2 cards is the Prismatic Ending, so that should mean that we get to win. So they have red in the main deck. Interesting. I don't think I'm going to show them the Cavern then, because I don't think it'll end up mattering here, and they probably have like red blasts. I'm going to cast her with 1 card left, because we can cycle at instant speed in case they have like a, I don't know, like a removal card of some kind. Abrupt Decay would be kind of nice to know about that. All right, cool. We take game one. Don't really have a lot for this type of matchup, to be honest. You know, they are endurance, like I said. They are a Chalice of the Void deck, so maybe some number of these cards could work. I'd be hesitant about Deep Analysis in the Bajukabog deck. They probably play like Elvish Reclaimer, though. I mean, that is a turn 2 thing at best, and I'm not very well versed with Agrolome, and I can't really remember it. To be honest, did they play like crop rotation? Seems kind of weird. In Chalice of the Void decks, probably not. I think Duress is pretty bad. Um, what else? Yeah, still kind of undecided. I think maybe 3 Force of Negations is one too many. So maybe shaving 1 Personal Tutor is okay. Kind of, yeah, kind of not the best on the draw. I think I'm gonna lose the Deep Analysis, and let's submit this. Hunding Jornerson. Hunding, yeah, cool name. I remember this name, but I mean, this falls to a Chalice, but is pretty good. Other other than that, and they're mulling to 5. Yeah, I'm definitely keeping. They're not a soul land deck. At least Agrolome didn't used to be. 4 cards. Jeez, what are they? What are they after? 3 cards? Holy moly! Okay. So they would need land. No, they at 3 cards they can't even do Chalice on 1 because they would need a Mox Diamond and a land to pitch to it. So that's 2 cards. Then another land. That's 3 cards in the Chalice. Okay, multi 3. That's tough. Barbarian Ring. So what I'm gonna do unless I draw another ritual is fetch basic swamp and then Thoughtseize. That way, if they somehow rip like a Chalice here, we're still like just 1 turn away from like hard casting it. Okay. I wonder what was like. Maybe they just got really unlucky. But when someone mulligans to 3, usually it's because they're looking for some absolute haymaker of a sideboard card, like Leyline typically. Okay. Meanwhile, I am just flooding out on Doomsdays. Oops. Yeah, I'm gonna Doomsday here, and I'm gonna save my Thoughtseize, I believe. Okay. So again, I don't think they can Chalice for 2 next turn. So I think, yeah, the question is we can just pass once and then we can put a basic island into the pile and then play our delta after we after we're done here with the pile. And then we can like go edge, Thassa, and Wraith. That way we get to next turn, untap, and draw edge, and then just edge into Street Wraith into Thassa, fetch the island, and then Thoughtseize. I think that's fine. They could draw like another blast and then like have drawn a blast, so if they're sitting on exactly 2 blasts, that means we lose, but I think I'm okay with those odds. I'm actually gonna go like this. Oh, no. Oh, god damn it. I forgot to play my land. Wow. I just like skipped through this Chalice. This oof. Okay, we don't care about oof. There's Wasteland. Don't really care about Wasteland, but that was like really annoying. It means we're off. We have to wait one more turn. But they can't like still. They have 3 mana. They can't like the biggest like threat here would be Chalice on 2, and they can't get that. And we, because they are so low on resources, we can like play around basically I think anything here. Would have to be like, I was gonna say like Meddling Mage. Oh, like that. Hey. So I think I'm gonna cycle in response. Um yeah, I'm gonna fetch. That means we could, no, it doesn't mean anything. Like, doesn't matter what we draw next turn. We'll get both cards. We are going to be at 1. It would be kind of funny if they actually had, like, what's it called? Punishing Fire. That's one way we actually lose, but would you have Punishing Fire in versus Doomsday? If you even play it at all? I'm going to Thoughtseize here because if they actually have Pyroblast, which I think is more likely, then... okay, so which is the Mox Diamond. Alright. Good stuff. Alright, cool. Off to win over Agrelome. Let's see what round 2 brings up. Alright, on the draw again. I'm gonna keep this. It's a pretty interesting hand. Opponent mulligans to 6. Kinda don't want to see discard or... Ooh. Okay, interesting. Badlands? It's like some kind of Grixis mid-range thing. So I'm gonna go Snow-Covered Island and put Doomsday on top. And then next turn, I do believe I'm going to try and go for it. Okay, interesting. Thoughtseize. Okay, well, my hand is pretty impervious to Thoughtseize. I don't believe that they have Force Blue card in the last 3 cards. They could have, obviously, but I'm not even sure this is a Force of Will deck. So, and I don't know what you take here. I guess the Brainstorm or the Thoughtseize. Okay. They didn't attack? That's interesting. Is 2 life worth whatever is we'd be able to get from them? Yeah, I think I would like to see. Okay. Bummer. That's like closer to Delirium. Okay. So we're very lucky that we have the cavern here. So I'm just gonna go for two edges and an oracle. I'll be at 8. Let's say they, worst case scenario is like they rip a lightning bolt. They cast lightning bolt. I'm at 5. They mill something off from the surveil, gives this delirium. So I'd be at 5. I'd be at 2. So that way I actually can't do the Street Wraith. But yeah, I suppose it's that or wait. Or risk them having like lightning bolt sitting on it and killing Thassa's Oracle because we won't be like empty libraried, so to speak. I suppose I could. Yeah, is that a thing? Let's say I draw Consider. No, that also deals me 3. So that just deals me 3 instead of 2 because I'd have to cast Deep Analysis. Yeah, no, I think I'm okay risking them drawing Lightning Bolt. Like I'm okay not going MT Library is what I'm saying. So what do I want to hide? Maybe the Grief, though I'm not sure of that. kind of that actually matters. So we draw edge, edge into Thassa, and then like play her off Cavern. I think that's fine. Maybe we, instead of the Street Wraith, we put in one more land just in case somehow they're able to take this Cavern out of my hand. Um, like I'm not sure how that would work, but all right. So say Grief on the bottom, Underground Sea, and Double Edge. Good thing for us that we're not one turn behind because then Saga could potentially like get a Pithing Needle, though I'm not sure if people aren't really. I don't think people are playing Pithing Needles that much. Okay. Wasteland, sure. Yeah, that makes sense. So they get to attack us for 3, and they have 1 card in hand. So we should be good here. Let's say Merfolk. So what is this deck I'm up against? It's like black, red, saga, burn, something? I'm sure there's something to this I'm not seeing. So I don't hate Sholdred, at least sort of on the face of it. Not sure if I really want anything else here. So they have Wastelands. They don't seem to be a blue deck. Not sure Juresis is going to do a whole lot. Maybe like Thoughtseizes are not the best because they seem to be somewhat aggressive anyways. Um, they're bound to have like red blasts. Um, yeah, maybe like cut 1 personal tutor. Yeah, let's go like this. Oof. Oof, be still my beating heart. Okay. Never getting away from this. So they have Street Wraith. Yeah. Snap Force. Street Wraith. Not a bad pickup. Okay. Want the cavern, want island. Oh, okay, so they concede. Right, okay. I mean, I'll take it. Um, Still not really sure what deck this was. Maybe like a sort of a Death Shadow burn deck? No, because that's Saga, so probably not. Like, seemed interesting, but yeah. All right, I'll be right back for round number 3. All right, on the play for round number 3. Let's go. I mean, yeah, I'll take this. I think I'm going to start off with Thoughtseize. You never know in Legacy if you're up against some kind of mean turn 1 combo deck. Oof. What do you know? Okay, so this is ugh. I think I was gonna say I'm gonna take looting. They can flash that back, but that won't be for a while. If they want to get value off grief, um, that means losing right now, losing their reanimate. Yeah, I think faithless looting is the best take. Uh, I suppose actually like grief pitching Gristlebrand. And then like Reanimating Grief is pretty strong. They're not doing that. Interesting. I'm gonna see if I can spike a ritual here. No, but Brainstorm is like crazy good here. It kind of guarantees that I don't get my Doomsday discarded. Surely, like, I guess they're like trying to. Okay, so there we go. Grief. Pitching Gristlebrand. So I think I am going to Brainstorm in response. Huh. I guess. Daze is kind of off the table here, almost regardless of what happens. So let's put. I guess it doesn't really matter all that much because we'll be tapped out next turn casting Doomsday, so the rest of these cards are kind of unimportant. Let's hide the LED and the Doomsday, I guess. No, maybe not. Yeah, let's go like this. They stack that interestingly. What do you take here? Okay, take Duress. You get 2 cards. Okay, so they have like Polluted Delta and 2 unknowns. What do you take here? Probably Consider? Alright, what will it be? Like Daze, I'm like snapping off a Daze on their Faithless Looting flashback next turn, regardless. Okay, anyways, I'll be at what 14, then 7, and then I'll take 3, so I'll be down to 4. But the good thing about Black Red Reanimator is, at least to my knowledge, they don't play any main deck removal. So we don't need to empty the library. We just need like double Edge of Autumn, Thassa, and then the two other cards can be blanks. So let's say Edge, Thassa. I suppose there's some theoretical risk that they might have like a Pyroblast. That'd be kind of whack. Yeah, no, that's not. Yeah, the only way I think we lose is if they actually combo us out. So their last cards, the 3 cards, involve like Entune and an animate spell. They're on white, so they could have like Silence or Orange Chant. So if they have like another land drop and then a chant, then that's kind of bad for us. But that I think also we have a chance of beating that because they would need to know that the Oracle is the 3rd card. And then even then it just like means we take 3 more, go to 1. So yeah, we'll see. Let's go like this. Again, hiding the grief. I think that's probably the only sort of interesting or like relevant card to hide here, but alright. We can daze twice without like we can make the land drop next turn and have 2 blue mana, so should be fine. So alright. Well, there's the delta we knew about. going to combat. Run me down to 4. Uh-oh. Well, hopefully these 2 days hold up. Um, and hopefully they don't have like Iona. Or at least like hopefully one of those claims is true. But I mean, not sure they're beating this. Yeah, there's an Archon, so we would live through an Archon, but we also have double days, so yeah, you know what I mean. All right. And now because they tap 1 mana, we can beat Chant with our 2 dazes. Can you beat the fish? All right, cool. So here we want the forces of negation. I want the duress, the relic, potentially like 2 Shieldreds. Not sure. Like you do run the risk of them like thought seizing Shieldred and reanimating it, which would be just terrible. But at the same time, she's another thing to combo out with Dark Ritual and like actually no, I don't really like her because they have Archon. So actually no Shieldred. Let's cut. We can go a bit slower. I don't mind being a bit slower versus this deck. So let's go like this. All right. I feel somewhat okay versus black red with this setup with like the like I think ideally you want one more piece of graveyard dedicated hate like a surgical extraction. Um, so I like 2 surgicals or 1 surgical and one relic, that kind of thing. But then like on top of that you have 8 forces, you have 3 dazes, you have like a bunch of discard spells. I think it's not the worst, but they can also just like you know turn when you okay. They mulligan to 6. I'm not gonna keep this. We have like no payoff and no real disruption. Yeah, and we have to mulligan this, so unfortunately we're going down to 5. Um, they like their 6. Yeah, I'm gonna take this. So we can like lose a Doomsday, lose an Edge of Autumn, and that's a pretty good 5 card hand. We'll see. Like Grief kind of messes this up because like it feels so bad Force of Willing a Grief. I don't hate Force of Negationing this Faithless Looting though. Actually, must if I may say so, kind of love that. Not bad. Gonna prioritize that. I think Black Red has like stuff like Dothy Voidwalker or like other types of weird, like not weird, but like alternative plans that are kind of able to eschew the graveyard. But I still think Relic is clutch here. Hopefully they can't like get Entomb plus Reanimate right now because that beats Relic. We need 1 mana. So, okay, looks like they're passing. So I am going to have them exile a card. Not sure. Actually, pretty sure they don't have anything that would, like they don't play Delve cards, but you never know. I think I want lands here. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna basically keep passing until I draw a land or maybe like a ponder. I think I would risk if I drew a ponder. Okay. I don't think they have instant speed animation. I don't think they're playing like Shallow Grave or whatever. Chancellor, huh? Interesting they would choose Chancellor. Okay, there's a Lotus Petal. What's the play here? Lotus Petal is 3 mana. Could they have like Magus of the Moon or something? Let's get them to exile. I don't actually hate them having to exile this Chancellor right now or sack their petal. Alright, I'm gonna pass again. Daze is not really live because Daze would mean having to pick up my land on their turn. So they could play around the relic then. So, dear opponent, what will it be? Grief. Okay. What was pitched? Exhume. Right, okay. So I probably will pop Relic if they put an animation spell on the stack. Yeah. Wow. Third Duress. Or, sorry, third Doomsday. Alright. Actually, yeah, I'm actually gonna put Ponder on top. I don't care. I think it's worth going down the card. We really need to start making land drops. So, like, I think we're sort of, we can even afford to go down that one card because we are getting towards resource parity. Because, like, the relic netted as a card versus the animate dead, that was sort of, that fizzled. And they also pitched to grief, so they went down to there. All right, excellent. I'm gonna go like this. Hopefully not die next turn, and then hopefully win. All right. Opponent is pausing, but then not pausing. All right, Duress. So this is where like Duress is, I think, better than Thoughtseize. Dark Ritual, okay. So just to cast your Dark Ritual. Okay, Grats. So is there anything that beats us here? Barring some weird sideboard cards, then maybe like them top decking. If I think Faithless Looting is the scary card here. Um, let's just go for it here. I don't think. Yeah, I think barring Faithless Looting, I think this is probably fine. not gonna I'm not gonna respect like Pyroblast. But we do put the Cavern in there just because I don't know. Because it's probably the most correct card to put in there, but I'm not gonna wait for it. I'm just gonna jam next turn. Um unless yeah, I'm not sure unless what. Okay, so they just made it easy for us. Cool. Uh, all right, sweet. We got there. GG's opponent. Okay, off to round number 4. All right, on the play for round number 4. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, no, I'm definitely keeping, but mm, yeah, personal tutor when you already have Doomsday is kind of not not amazing. But like, if Consider can find us another land, we don't get wastelanded. We have turn 2 Doomsday with Days backup, which is not the worst, nor is it indeed the best. I do wonder what would happen to Legacy if like Mystical Tutor was ever unbanned. You may be chuckling at that notion, but yeah, might just be it would be completely broken, but I'm not completely sure. All right, let's see what we're up against here. Urban Catacombs. Urban Catacombs go. So let's put this into the graveyard. And we draw another one immediately. Sure. I mean, gosh, this is tough. We can just get savaged here if it's like a 3-for-1, like or like a 3-for-2 or whatever. If they have Force of Will, I have no idea what deck goes. Verdant Catacombs go. Could be Black Red Reanimator that then plans to end of turn, um, entomb and then win. Not getting super strong blue vibes. It could be like a Bug Zenith deck, but I think I'm gonna go for it here. I mean, we're pretty much back to square one if this gets forced, but we do have like personal tutor, I guess, to find another Doomsday. Let's see. Okay, didn't get forced. They didn't have Wasteland last turn, which I think is pretty obvious that they would have had. So, okay, we need the Thassa and probably a Petal and Edge Street Wraith. Maybe 2 edges is too risky if they do wasteland this land here. Or if we have to daze. So maybe like another Street Wraith. Let's see. So we draw Street Wraith. We edge Wraith, Wraith, Wraith. We can draw everything, can't we? So I have 1 draw effect in hand. I have 3 in the pile. That's 4, and we'll be drawing for turn. So this should work. They could be an endurance deck. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna put Oracle Knot at the bottom, which I would probably normally do if it was like a discard, because this could be a discard deck. But um, if they do then discard the Street Wraith, then we're like, yeah, we're gonna be like 1 turn behind. We'll see. All right. Passing here, they're probably looking through our exile. zone. Okay. I mean, if they entomb here, I am absolutely going to... Oh, they're not going to entomb. It's Dried Arbor. Interesting. What might this mean? Okay. Hmm. Okay. So they're not doing anything here. Hmm. So, question is, do we think they have endurance or don't we? Um, I mean, they're not putting us under any pressure. I think I'm gonna pass one more turn. Because a way that you can beat endurance is also to like accumulate cyclers in your hand. Ooze, okay. I don't think ooze really does a lot here. But this is a wasteland deck. Okay, so let's think here. 3 cards left. It's um, Edge of Autumn, Thassa, and Lotus Petal. We're at 10 life. Oh, sorry, and we can deal ourselves like 6 damage. That takes us to 4. They can right now, as it is, take us down to 1. Then they find a way to pump Scavenging Ooze, but that would mean a creature in a graveyard, which there will be if we Street Wraith. But I am actually going to pass. This might seem crazy, but yeah. Cradle. Okay. So is this elves after all with like a white black splash? That doesn't seem right. Okay. Well, no wasteland because they play Cradle. So I'm going to say Merfolk here. And I'm going to cycle a Street Wraith. Not cycling Edge because that puts like another card in the graveyard. So they could have like Plow here, which we can beat, but then if they also have like they have 2 things here, it might be tough. Do we beat Plow plus Endurance? Let's say they Plow, we cycle, we have 3 cards in the graveyard. Then they Endurance. Endurance resolves, we draw. No, then we have like 2, and then we can cycle into both of those, so. I'm sure they have something here. Okay, so there's Plow. I'm going to cycle Street Wraith. You have another Plow, maybe? Because now there are 0 cards in the graveyard in the deck, so I'm gonna let Plow resolve. Let's see if they endurance in response. So Oracle is dead. They have endurance. So we have to let endurance resolve. So if they have a second endurance, then it's oh, hang on, never mind. No, we do lose. Ah, bummer. Because I can't cycle twice with Street Wraith. Okay. So endurance. Ditch. Yeah. Too bad. If we had gotten them to endurance us with plow on the stack, it made a difference. And if we had built the pile with one more edge instead of one more street wraith. But then, yeah, I don't know. The wasteland would have gotten us. Too bad. Okay. So, again, I don't really have a lot for this matchup. I like Relic to try and beat Endurance. Probably cut Duress. I think maybe that's it. They could have stuff like, I don't know, Choke or I don't know what else. If they have like specific bombs like a Torpor Orb or something, that'd be kind of rough. But I don't think I'm gonna be playing to beat that, except for the stuff that already beats that. Yeah. Hmm. I think these kinds of decks are like kind of tough with this setup. Like it feels better if you have like Teferi to like Teferi, Terminus, that those kinds of cards. Teferi is like really good against Endurance, and I just love having Terminus and Doomsday to like put as the top card. If you're not in white, you can do stuff like what's it called? Devastation Tide instead of Terminus, which is also kind of cool. But I hate that it it has like it gets blown out by a Red Blast. But maybe like I think this type of deck that I'm up against would have splashed red in the bygone era of like uh, expressive iteration Delver. So and I saw they had both black and white, so maybe no red, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, this is not a bad hand. I don't think so. They were on black, so they could have like discard, but I think probably they don't. I'm gonna cycle here, and then I'm probably going to. I'm actually gonna fetch basic island here and ponder because now we just need to hit like another fetch land or dual land or lotus petal, I guess. Okay, so the second Doomsday lets us like it means we can survive having Doomsday discarded here, and it also means we get to grief if they don't discard us. All right. Let's see. Okay, no discard. Ooh, what do you call it? Deafening silence would be kind of rough here. What you got? Mm, Noble Hierarch. The Nobel Irash. All right. Let's question is, do we like no? Do we grief now or do we grief next turn? I think we probably grief now because that lets us take something like Thalia and lets us take. If they have something relevant that interacts with us, we can take it. And then we just have to fade one draw step potentially. So let's grief here. Okay, let's see what they got. Endurance Esper Sentinel A. And what does this guy do? He can destroy an artifact or an enchantment, or she can. Yeah. So I think we're going to take their endurance and see if they go for Esper Sentinel or the Knight, but in either case, they would need to draw. They would need to have another endurance or I don't know, like surgical extraction in their top two cards, which they could have. But I'm gonna take endurance here. Seems like the easy pick. And let's see if we can build a pile that can win. So let's say that we draw. We have consider, so we just need to draw. What? Is there any way we can play around? I don't think so. Let's say so. We draw LED. We consider deep analysis into the graveyard and draw sack LED. So we have 3 blue floating, and then off consider we draw days for now. Use 2, have 1 blue floating, draw Thassa and a that'd be Petal. Could also be like I guess Cavern if somehow they end up with like red. Like if they draw Pyroblast and fetch like a Tiger or something, but that seems very unlikely. But let's just see if this works. So that would end up with us having days in hand. So we draw LED, cast consider, sack LED, bin deep analysis, draw days, deep analysis draws the last 2 cards. That seems good. So we need them to not draw like this loses to top decked choke. Loses to top decked quite a few things, I suppose. But yeah, let's see. So we put Thassa and Cavern on the bottom, and then Days, Deep Analysis, LED. So don't draw Endurance, don't draw Choke, don't draw like Mind Break Trap, I guess. Don't draw Surgical. Although we can play around Surgical, like the shuffle off Surgical would be annoying, but they won't get because we're drawing LED now. They won't get like the time to Surgical Deep Analysis. We don't want them to fetch out like what's his face, like Collector Roof, and also like a discard spell. We actually, I'm just talking through it here. We have to fade quite a few things here. Let's see. Don't choke me, brah. Knight, yes. Okay. So, we win. So, maintain priority. Sack LED. Bin deep analysis. Cast deep analysis. And there we go. It's funny. I think I made a mistake here. I think instead of trying to play around some very unlikely Pyroblast with the Cavern Souls, I should have put in a Lotus Petal because this way I couldn't daze on their turn if for some reason. I guess I could have dazed choke. Oh no, never mind. What am I talking about? Daze wasn't in my hand. Never mind. Nothing to see here. Move along. Okay, so I don't think there's anything here that makes me want to draw, like, go for, like, put Shieldred in. Like, they don't draw any cards, and they have Karakas, most likely. They are not unlikely to have Plow, so yeah, I think this is just fine. I feel like I need an above average hand here to win game 3, truth be told. And I do kind of regret the way like game 1 played out. Yeah, that's not it. They keep 7. Yeah, I'll keep this. Probably. Um, I'll probably send the Flooded Strand here, and hope that like Snow Covered Island somehow finds me a ritual, like the Consider, or I draw a Ponder or something. Yeah, I'll let them have Noble Hierarch. Mm. Oh man, that's a bummer. But at least I can pitch to Force now, and I still get my Consider. Let's see here. What have you got for me? Uh, what is this? Oh, tab wrong. Okay, I mean, that does seem kind of like the least scary thing that they could be doing at 3 mana. It's a 4/3, don't get me wrong, but it's not as scary as Knight. I don't think it grow. I mean, it doesn't grow anymore, but it does attack for 5 a turn, but still. Okay, I'm gonna put Doomstains in the graveyard, which is a little bit risky if they have, Jesus, if they have surgical. Come on, brainstorm. Okay, it's not looking great, gotta say, and I think I should have played the Mire, because I might want to fetch Basic Swamp. Hmm. Yeah, I should have played out the Mire and not the Tarn. There is a real risk that I want to not like finish on 2 lands, and yeah, okay, they have Wasteland. Okay. Nope, change their mind. Swing for 5. So, please just pass the turn now. Thalia. Sir, please, I have a family. We have to force her. And now we're sort of in no man's land. Ritual. Damn. I mean, having the 2 edges is not the worst. Not by a long shot, actually. But we kind of need nothing like terrible to happen to us this turn. Then we kind of need to draw another land way to get off the ground with this Doomsday. If we do that, come on. Okay, so there is a land. So we'll be at 7. That means we'll be at 3. So we can Street Wraith once. So what happens here if we go? I mean, I think we have to Doomsday now, right? We can take another hit. We'd be down to 3. Then we would be at 1 post Doomsday. Then we would have another card in hand. Because how does this play out? What I really want to do is I want to Edge of Autumn once and get like Grief in hand. Grief pitches the other Doomsday. Maybe I just can't afford that though. Could also like so this is like what's the difference between being at 1 and being at 3 post Doomsday? Does it even like matter? Let's say we had one more card, but we're at 1. So we Edge of Autumn into, so our hand are these 3 cards, this one, and this one. And we Edge of and plus one more, like a random card. So let's say we have 4 cards. We Edge of Autumn into Grief. We have 1 mana left, so our hand is Grief, Spare Doomsday, Edge of Autumn, blank, whatever we draw from the top. We Grief, pitching the Doomsday. So now our hand is Edge, blank. We have 1 mana. Then we use that Edge, draw Brainstorm. But then we can't get anywhere from there. We can't get anywhere from there because we don't have like we the only cycler we have is like Street Wraith, because both edges are in our hand. We can't put them in the pile. So is there a way we can do something right now and then pass the turn? No, I guess not. No, never mind. No, pass the turn. Yeah, I think it all comes down to the fact that we can't beat Endurance. Like we can't Grief, basically. We could Doomsday now, Edge of Autumn twice into Brainstorm and blank. Then we would Brainstorm, drawing Thassa, Petal, put back Doomsday plus blank, and then just die to Endurance. So I mean, they kept this hand, and they didn't play Thalia when they played Night of Autumn, so my guess is they drew Thalia that turn. So whatever their hand was that they kept 7, it didn't contain Thalia. So I think it's pretty reasonable to assume they have something relevant in hand. I think I am going to pass one more turn. I'm going to not draw like on Street Wraith. And then I'm going to hope that I'm going to wager that me getting another card is going to be worth more than the 2 life. Oh. No, not a flash. No, Cathar. Endurance. So they had the Endurance. Okay, I just lose then. I get a Hail Mary. No, what? No, never mind. I am dead. I could like cycle blind twice, lose 2 lands, hit a force, lose all of my hand. Bummer. Yeah, so they had the Endurance, so I don't think I could have won there. If there was a big brain move, or like, no, I'm gonna say it like that. But if you have a way to figure out a way I could have won just then, I would love to hear it in the comments. All right, let's see if we can get the nice crispy 4-1, or if it's decent if unspectacular 3-2. Back with round number 5. Alrighty, round number 5 on the play. Yeah, all right. Yeah. All right, I'll keep this. Has game against combo and the Brainstorm to find the pieces. Let's see how we go. Opponent mulligans to 6. Kind of wishing we get like a blue deck. Don't think I've had one this league. So like control or Delver is what I'd like to play, just for the you know, for the content I suppose, but also for the experience. Okay, so they keep 6. I think I'm just gonna go Delta Go here and see what our opponent is up to. And opponent is Cycling Street Wraith. Okay, so not Delver and not Control. Guessing it's the mirror then? No. Is this the same opponent as before? Hang on. No. I mean, I think I'm gonna. Ugh. I think I'm gonna daze this, although it does really, really suck to fall behind on the land. I'm not gonna brainstorm. Okay. So is this like Reanimator that plays Street Wraith, or is this something else? Oh, it's Madness. Okay, I think I will brainstorm now, and I'm ready to force of will this imp. So let's put away, I guess, the Dark Ritual, the Cabal Ritual, and the Cavern. And force this, because this is their discard outlet. And they might have another one that's always a risky run. They could plump like LED here, or I guess another looting. But that is the name of the game for them, is to get stuff into the graveyard. And I think you wanna try and stop those. Gamble. Right, okay. Gamble for LED maybe? Well, in either case, I can't stop it. Gamble, they plumped a Vengevine. Yeah, okay, so they got their LED. So, okay, and now they get to put in 2 Vengevine. Yikes. Okay, so how does this work? I take 8, drop to 10, and then I'm dead next turn. So I am just dead here. I don't have a play. That's unfortunate. Because like personal tutor, it's all going to be just one turn too slow. Oh man, it's a bummer. Just walk through this. So I go personal tutor, get Doomsday, edge into Doomsday, dead. Yep. All right. GG's. So I guess I think Shouldred is kind of good against them, because they draw cards and their creatures aren't that big. I'm not sure about Graveyard Hate, but doesn't seem like the worst. And how about some of these? It's like not Faithless Lootings, but maybe an LED. And I don't particularly want to be discarding their creatures. And I kind of am concerned about my life total. Probably lose a couple of personal tutors. And they could have like Pyroblast. Think maybe the Grief. We don't need that. What's our blue count? So like 4, 6, 10, 13, 14, 18, 20. 21 with Thassa, but like 20. That's kind of low, but acceptable. Alright. So let's see if we can do better. Ugh. I mean, I'm not gonna ship this hand, but I don't love it. I'm gonna cycle in case I hit like Shoal Haha. Okay, let's test the theory here. I would kind of assume turn one Shoal is just GG's, but we'll see. I mean, we have 6 life right here, and they are like at the heart of it an aggro deck. Oh yes, take 6. Well, we lost like not, we drew poorly. I suppose is what I'm trying to say here. Um, but I mean, look at this. Yeah, you get a madness, dude. This creature with flying. Why is this in their deck? Did we not show them? I guess we didn't show them what deck we were. Okay. I mean, that's good. If they got more of those? No, okay. So I do believe that this now just becomes sort of a protect the queen kind of thing here. I'm obviously not gonna attack into and lose my Shoal. Would be nice to draw a blue card for this force. Okay. They could like start dumping Vengevines here. We could still lose this, but we'll see. Okay, anger, so everything has haste. I like the original art on anger so much more. It's really freaky, I think. Okay, so come on, blue card. Hey, we found a blue card. Um, hmm. I think the correct play here is just to not do anything. Okay. They get a green root walla. Can't be pumped currently. Hmm. I unless they have some way to get rid of Shieldred, I don't, which I don't think they do. Then this should. I think that we have this. They don't really have any good attacks. They could attack with everything, and then they can pump, or they can attack with Basking Root Walla. They don't have any pumps. But then again, I guess they know that I'm not gonna block that, so they attack with the squad. I block the hollow one. They lose it. They pump the blazing. I take 3, 4, 5. I'm down to 21. I draw. I'm up to 20, 23, and I attack them down to 4. Kitchen Imp. I don't think I know this one. Flying Haste Madness. Okay. And I still don't think this comes even close to changing the changing things. Okay. So I think I'm going to ponder here. Yeah, I'll take another ponder. Yeah, let's pass the turn. Death is coming. All right, Shieldred, be good. So I don't think they. My guess is since they had Run Afoul in their deck, that they thought they were up against something else. Um, and so I suppose the question is, do they have anything relevant to bring in against Shieldred? My guess would be probably not. Maybe they have like some sort of edict effect. It's probably the best bet I can come up with. But I think I'm just going to resubmit here and see if we can get it done. That burning inquiry was was pretty nuts. It's like a 12-point life swing. Ugh, yikes! And we can't keep this. Let's hope they mulligan too. I think that is one of the things with their deck. They mulligan a lot, but not so much. So I'd like keep this and hope that they have like like a burning inquiry. I don't know if I'm gonna go to 5, but it's ugly. Okay, gonna keep going to. Let's see here. Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna lose the Street Wraith. It was. Oh, I have to lose 2 cards. Never mind. I was like, okay, do I lose the Force of the Street Wraith? I forgot. I'm ult to 5. So this is turn 1. Shoulder it if they don't like Burning Inquiry us here, which they could very well do. Okay, it's only looting. Phew. Let's hope they don't go even more nuts. They could still do a whole lot of stuff with like LEDs. Okay, Burning Inquiry into the graveyard. No Vengevine so far. No LED, no LED. Yes, no LED. All right. Let's hope they don't have an edict. So they can. So what they could do, they could pump this up to a 3/3. If they pump it and block, Shoulder just needs two damage on her. Is there any way they can like discard something else that could block at instant speed with no enablers in play? I feel like saying I don't think so, so I'm gonna attack here, but I could be wrong. I guess I'll learn then. Okay, it looks like they're just taking it. Yes, take that sweet damage. All right. I mean, it's not beyond them to be able to put, like we saw in game 1, like a massive amount of power with haste on the battlefield in 1 turn from low resources. So I'm not like I'm not out of the woods yet. I think I need not I need for this turn not to be terribly dramatic. Oh, Gamble is good. I like Gamble in this deck. I haven't seen that before, I don't think. It's a very nice fit. Let's hope to see like an LED drop into the graveyard here. Because that surely is what they're wishing for, I would assume. Okay, Faithless Looting. No, Angie's Ravagers. Okay. Angie's Ravagers, I believe, is not like very good friends with Sheoldred. And they don't have the mana to. So they're gonna drop an LED here. I assume they gambled for LED and LED was gonna cast this. But I could be wrong, I suppose. They're not attacking? Interesting. So if you're not attacking and you're not blocking, then what are you doing? I am going to... They can't pump this now, so I am just going to attack. They still choose not to block. Then I think they should have attacked. Okay. Crack the fetch there at 4. 2 fetches. They can't loot. So they just commit suicide. Okay. That's funny. All right. Well, that's one way to go out. I like that. All right, 4-1. I mean, no complaints here. That was a lot of fun. Um, I think the deck is good. Honestly, it's would have been really nice to play against a Force of Will decks, but there you go. All right, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll be back with some more Legacy. Bye bye.